Alrighty, I guess my channel is now devolved into calculating the death toll for characters in a show that I like. Hey guys, Caleb here from CDBS Studios, and Stranger Things is one of my favorite shows that's come out in the last couple years. Stranger Things has just gone from a simple little show that was meant to be a little horror homage, a little D&D homage, to kind of turning into this big sweeping epic that's one of the most, probably the most popular Netflix show of all time. And the ending of 2025 is going to be crazy as we're finally seeing the finale to Stranger Things with season 5 of the show. And one of the classic tropes that comes when you end a series on, like, when you come to the final season of a show is they technically can do whatever they want and they can kill off whoever they want because they don't need to consider the carrying on the series for another season. They don't need to consider many things. They could kill off the entire main cast if they wanted to. So for this video, I decided it'd be kind of fun to go through the 14 main characters of Stranger Things, and I'm gonna rank them based on how likely I think they are to die in season 5. This is gonna be a little bit of a different video as I separated this list out into kind of tiers based on the chances I think the characters have to survive, and then I'm gonna kind of individually number rank them within that tier to kind of keep a little bit of suspense going forward. And for this video, I am only going to be talking about the 14 main characters of the show. Of course, I imagine there's probably going to be a lot of side deaths this season. Like one main death I'm probably not going to see is Vecna is most likely going to die this next season. But at the same time, we're only going to be talking about the main 14 characters. And I'm going to talk about why I think they're going to die or why I don't think they're going to die. And I'm going to number rank them based on that. So without further ado, let's jump into my list. And I'm going to rank the Stranger Things main cast based on how likely their characters are to die in season 5 of the show. Alrighty, we're starting this list off with the characters that have no chance of dying, or the characters I see have no chance of dying. And the very bottom of the list, the character I think is most likely to make it out of the season alive is, of course, Jim Hopper. Mainly the reasoning behind why I think he has zero chance of dying is the show already tried that. Literally the entire end of season 3 was Hopper's death, and the entirety of season 4 was getting him back. So I highly doubt they're going to try to kill him again because, like, they've already tried it, and I doubt they're going to do it again. Like, that's my only reason for not thinking Harper's going to die. I mean, maybe it's going to happen if they just want to get rid of David Harbour so that he can go be Red Guardian in the MCU for the foreseeable future. But at the same time, like, Hopper's going to make it out of the season. I highly doubt they're going to try to kill him off again because they already tried it once. Didn't work, so I highly doubt they're going to do it again. All right, next up, I have Robin Buckley, and yeah, Robin's making it out of this season 100% alive. I highly doubt it. Robin is a character that hasn't had much to do in the show since her introduction, to the point where I constantly question why she was made a main character, because she's really done nothing in the run of season 3, 4 and to really warrant it. And I feel like if they are going to kill anybody in season 5 of Stranger Things, it's going to be a big gut punch. They're going to want to hit the audience where it hurts. They're going to give some emotional stakes to our character, and killing off a character that I highly doubt is many people's favorite character in Stranger Things is not going to be the way they're doing it. Like, let's all be honest, Robin's making it out of this season 100% alive, but she has the slight chance, which is why she makes it above Hopper. But I highly doubt they're killing Robin. Like, Robin's making it out of season 100% alive. Let's all be honest with ourselves here. All right, next up on our chopping block, we have Erica Sinclair, and I hesitated to even include her, and by that logic, yeah, she's safe. Like, she's even barely a main character, to the point where I feel like if her death was to happen, it would be inconsequential to the show. I mean, if we need a reason to raise the stakes, motivate Lucas, then fine, I can get on board with it, but, like, I highly doubt Erica's the death that writers are going to go with to raise the stakes or motivate characters, because, like, Erica's barely a main character as is. Like, there's no way they're going to kill her off for any reason of raising the stakes. Let's be real here, guys. Come on. And the last character I have in the not a chance tier is going to go to Nancy Wheeler. Yeah, I don't really see any scenario this next season where they do kill Nancy. This might be kind of a hot take, but I don't really feel like Nancy has had any kind of major role in the show past season 1, where because they kept adding way too many characters, she kind of does hasn't had like a huge major role in the like forward 4 seasons. And so I highly doubt that she's going to die this next season. I mean, they might do it to raise some kind of stakes, like to maybe motivate Jonathan, Steve, Mike, of all characters. But at the same time, like, I don't think Nancy's a character they're going to go with to die. Like, I'm sorry. But yeah, she's making it out of the season alive. But I can see a scenario where she might die. But, like, at the same time, like, she's going to make it out of season fine. Like Nancy's safe. Like, let's all be real here. Alrighty, now we're moving up into the unlikely tier. These are characters I think have the slight chance of biting the dust this next season, but are still mostly safe. And the first of these characters is Jonathan Byers. Yeah, much like Nancy, I don't really see many scenarios where they kill off Jonathan. In my opinion, kind of similar to Nancy, I don't really feel like Jonathan's had a huge role since season 2. And so I highly doubt they're going to kill him off. But in the same vein, if they need a way to raise the stakes or motivate Will, Joyce, then I can see it happening, which is why he's the bottom of the unlikely tier. But at the same time, like, I don't think he's going to die. Like, I hesitated putting him in a not a chance, but I can see more of a reason to kill him off because I think Will's going to be a bigger character in the season 5. But at the same time, Jonathan's most likely making it out of the season alive. Like, I highly doubt they're going to kill him off. All right, and the only other character I have put in the unlikely tier is Lucas Sinclair. Of all of the main characters that are part of the party, I think Lucas is the safest. I don't think his death, if it were to happen, is the emotional thing that the writers would go to kind of raise the stakes and the popularity, because from most videos I see online, Lucas is not many people's favorite character in Stranger Things. I mean, yes, it would be terrible if the kid dies, but at the same time, like, of all the main characters in the party that he could kill, Lucas is probably not the one they're going to go with. I mean, again, I can see a scenario where it might happen if they do some big redemption sacrifice to protect Max, or if they want to redeem him after he kind of became a bully in season 4. Then I could see it, but I highly doubt Lucas is biting the dust this next season. But I can see scenarios where he might, which is why he's the top of the unlikely tier instead of being down and not a chance. Alrighty, now we're moving up into the maybe tier. These are characters that I think could bite the dust next season, but they're verging on the sense of they're still kind of safe. And the first of these characters, I think, is going to go to Max Mayfield. In the same vein as Hopper, they already tried to kill Max in the show, and they didn't, so I highly doubt they're going to do it again. Because, like, that was the whole thing. They build up the stakes throughout season 4 that Max might die, and then she does die, but 11 restarts her heart, and Max is now alive, but she just has broken bones and is blind. Like, due to that, I highly doubt they're going to try to kill her again this next season. But if they follow up this storyline that maybe Max has some kind of dormant connection to Vecna inside of her, then maybe I can see them doing something where they have to kill her off, kind of in the same vein of another character we're going to talk about later. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure Max is going to make it out of the season alive. And that's just my own personal opinion, though. Next up on the chopping block, I have Dustin Henderson. And I really don't see them killing Dustin this next season, but I feel like it could happen. I could see them doing a scenario where maybe Dustin, in an attempt to like avenge Eddie or something, maybe they have him die. But at the same time, like, I don't think they're going to kill off Dustin at this point. Like, I feel like if Dustin's made it this far in the show, like, if you had asked me back in like season 1 or season 2, like, I might have said Dustin might have bit the dust. But at the same time, like, at this point, like, Dustin's making it out of the next season alive. But I can see scenarios where he might sacrifice himself for the others. So that's why he's made it to kind of the middle of the list. And I really don't have any other justification for him, to be honest. Again, in the same vein, I don't really see them killing Joyce Byers. Like, again, I can see them doing it if they want to build up some of the motivation, because, like, she's a character that can go a lot of different ways for different motivations, because she can motivate Hopper, Eleven, Jonathan, Will. Like, there's a lot of characters that she could motivate if her death were to happen. but at the same time, and also like in her character's popularity, even her actress's popularity is big enough to where I can see them leaving an impact on both the audience and also on the characters. But at the same time, Joyce is one of the characters I doubt they're going to kill off. But I can see more scenarios where it might happen to the point where she makes it to the top of the maybe tier. But at the same time, I highly doubt she's going to bite the dust next season. All right, now we're moving up to the likely tier. These are characters I can see with like a maybe 75% chance of dying, but there's the solid chance they could die, but I still think they're probably going to make it out. And the first of these characters is going to be Murray Bauman. And of all the adult main characters in the show, Murray I think is the most likely to bite the dust, as his death would be kind of big as he's one of the fan favorite characters, and I can definitely see the writers using it as a way to raise the stakes, as Murray's kind of been one of the more comic relief characters since his introduction, even in like season 4 when he's going to Russia to break Hopper out of a prison in Siberia. He's still cracking jokes. He's still the comic relief character. So I can totally see them doing something like that to kill him off as kind of a way to raise stakes. But at the same time, there's a solid chance I still see 4 other characters that have a more likely chance of dying. So that's why Murray can't make it any higher. But I definitely can see many scenarios where they kill off Murray as a way to raise stakes and kind of impact characters in a way. Maybe they give him some heroic sacrifice like Bobby had back in season 2. And the only other character I have put in the likely tier is 11. And 11 is like the main character of Stranger Things. Like, let's be honest here, this story is her story. And I can definitely see them putting her on the chopping block for season 5, as, let's be honest here, she's most likely going to be the main one who kills Vecna. And I can see a scenario where they do like a reverse thing where Vecna also kills her. And her actress is also super popular to the point where I can see them doing it to raise stakes with the audience. It's kind of maybe like a final sequence. But at the same time, a reason I can see them leaving 11 alive, which is why I haven't put her in the next tier up, is because of just how popular Millie Bobby Brown has become and marketable she's become for not only Stranger Things, but also for Netflix in general, as she's been doing so many other Netflix movies to the point where I feel like they would want to keep her alive. So if they ever do proceed with the Stranger Things spin-offs they've been teasing, they could put her in it to help raise buzz and stuff. So that's the reason why I can see them leaving 11 alive for the next season. But she is definitely one of those characters that's definitely on the chopping block for next season. And I would not be surprised if she is one of the characters they choose to kill off. At number 3, moving us into the extremely likely tier, the bronze medal taker for the character who might die next season, I have Will Byers. And I just think it would be extremely emotional and kind of serendipitous if the fact that this whole franchise started because they were trying to save Will because he got taken into the Upside Down by the Demogorgon. If the show has to end with them killing him off, if he has to die as he has some kind of connection to Vecna, they have to kill him off to be able to kill Vecna, or he gets killed off to raise some kind of stakes in the like last episode or something. I think it would be kind of serendipitous if that's the route they go, is this whole franchise started because we were trying to save Will and we have to kill him in order to defeat Vecna and the Upside Down. I think it would be kind of serendipitous. It would definitely be emotional, and I can see them definitely doing it. But there are 2 other characters I'm just a little bit more scared for this next season that kind of make me put Will not in the number 2 or number 1 spot. But at the same time, Will is definitely one of those characters I can definitely see them killing next season, which is why he's extremely likely to die. Look, I know I put this character at number 2, but if they touch my boy Steve, I'm literally going to shut this whole Stranger Things show down. I swear, do not touch my boy. Steve Harrington, in my opinion, is the best character in Stranger Things. He is my favorite character, and he's had the best arc across the series, as he kind of went from this, he wasn't even a main character back in season 1, as he was literally listed as an also starring role in kind of the section after the credits or in the credits at the end of the episode. Like, he was not a main series regular till season 2. And over the course of 4 seasons, they took this character who started as this kind of bully character for both Jonathan and Nancy and turned him into this character who learns to appreciate others, how he kind of turns into this mentor for Dustin, and how he kind of becomes this character for kind of became this character who kind of we all could relate to as he kind of turns his life around from this unredeemable bully into this character that's willing to put down everything to help his friends and protect them. And they already teased us with his death in an episode in season 4, so I can see them doing it in season 5 to raise stakes and give the character a kind of fitting finale to this arc over the course of the show as he goes from this unlikable bully all the way to this character who sacrifices himself for the kids, which is kind of what they did with Eddie. But I swear, do not touch my boy Steve. I will shut this whole show down if they touch my boy. I swear. Please, Duffer Brothers, do not kill Steve Harrington. I'm begging on my knees, seriously. But at number 1, as my most likely character to die in season 5, is going to go to Mike Wheeler. I am extremely scared for Mike Wheeler this next season, as if you actually kind of look at it, Mike didn't really have a lot to do in season 4 as he kind of was part of this, as he was part of the road trip crew that was with Eleven, and kind of as a result, he didn't get to do anything really much with Vecna, and it kind of was more just to prop up Eleven. So I can kind of see them giving him a big role in season 5 to compensate for that. And his death would definitely be super emotional for both the actor and the character, as definitely with how big Finn Wolfhard has become over the years, it definitely would hit the audience if they killed him off. And his character would send shockwaves through so many different characters in the show. Not only would it send shockwaves through the main party as he's their leader, it would send shockwaves through Eleven. I could see it sending things through Nancy, and even so many characters I can definitely see them doing it to do is like maybe this is a death that Vecna does to Mike, then it kind of pushes Eleven and Will to kill Vecna. And I can definitely see Mike being the character they kill off the most this season. And it makes me extremely worried for him in this next season. I can definitely see them doing it. And he definitely is my most likely character to die in season 5 of Stranger Things. So yeah, that was fun. So yeah, that's my list of the 14 main characters with how likely I think they are to die this next season. Of course, keep in mind this is my own opinions, and of course, I can definitely see that there's definitely pros and cons to every character I just listed dying or surviving, but this is just my own personal list and my own personal opinions on who I think is going to make it out alive and who's going to bite the dust. And I'm honestly curious, what do you think? Who do you think is the most likely character to die in Stranger Things Season 5? And who are the characters you think are going to make it out alive? I'm genuinely curious to see. And I am definitely super excited for Stranger Things Season 5, which is starting on Thanksgiving. I'm definitely going to be binging that entire series. And knowing me, I'm probably even going to end up seeing that finale in theaters on New Year's Eve, just knowing me. So without further ado, thank you guys all very much for watching this video. And I hope to see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.